Welcome into the D Event Center, the side of the 2015 5A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament. I'm Dusty Lisher. Thanks for joining us on High School Rewind's coverage on live.ksl.com, Deseret, news.com, and anytime on Xfinity On Demand, our matchup, Riverton and Bingham. This is an old-time rivalry being renewed in the first round of the state tournament. This should be a lot of fun to see both these teams go at it. Let's first start with the Bingham Miners. Bingham started out the season a little bit sluggish, but things started getting moving once football players were done cross-training with football and basketball, and also getting Kyle Gehrig back, which settled down the offense and gave a point man to what Coach Schroeder wanted to do. Yoeli Childs is tearing it up, averaging over 16 points a game. He's the best big man in the state of Utah. He's had an outstanding year. We expect him to have a big night tonight and have a good night. For Riverton, it's a two-headed monster that makes things go for Coach Skylar Wilson in his first season as the head coach at Riverton. And the first part of that is Jaron Jones. And then Mr. Alton, he's the outside marksman. He's an outstanding baseball player as well. This should be a lot of fun for between these two teams. You know, our team's got players to go out for, and a couple of keys to the game. When we come back, it'll be opening tip-off. You are watching the 2015 5A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament, brought to you by High School Rewind on live.ksl.com, at DeseretNews.com, and anytime on Xfinity On Demand.
And now the starting lineup for the designated home team, the Bingham Miners. Starting at guard, 6'2", sophomore number 3, Leighton Parker. Also on the guard line, 6-foot senior number 15, Mike Green. In the front court, a 6'8" junior, number 22, UHSAA Childs. 6'8" senior forward, number 24, Jared Holman. And a 6'8" senior center, number 32, Josh Newbold. The Miners are coached by Jake Schroeder. Now here are the officials for this ballgame: Chris Singer, Jeff Pace, and Chris Anderson. High school basketball fans, it's time for tip-off of the 5A Boys Championships opening round.
Welcome back in, Yoeli Childs and Jaron Jones ready to jump it up. Yoeli Childs in white, Jaron Jones in black. And we are underway in the first round of the 5A state tournament. Front court, Michael Green giving up to Jared Holman. Holman drop it in, Childs. Childs power dribble, fall away, no. And a rebound, loose. We get on the floor now with Jeff Ahrens. Ahrens, nice crossover, hard to the hole, swatted away by Yoeli Childs, and we'll stay here. Rigby will trigger in. Gets into Jones. Jones will jump it, leave it short. Rebound taken by Childs. Ahead now with Michael Green. He's back to Childs on the angle now with Leighton Parker. Straight away, Josh Newbold knocks down the three. Opens up the scoring. Quickly down the floor, leave it to Jaron Jones. Jones leaves it outside. Andrews on the baseline, Rodriguez. Now Ahrens. Ahrens will jump it from the free throw line, blips out. Rebound still loose, and will stay here with Riverton. No, it'll go Bingham. Riverton's coming off of an upset of Lone Peak. Was got in the state tournament. As we mentioned, Region 4 was an absolute battle. They needed a win against Lone Peak and a loss from Harriman, and they got it. Thanks to Pleasant Grove as Michael Green knocks down a three. And it's 2 threes for Bingham to open up the scoring. Kick outside to Andrews. Andrews leaves it to Jones. Jaron Jones working on Yoli Childs, kicks out to Rigby. Now Andrews. Andrews drive the lane, left hand, leaves it too flat. Rebound taken by Holman. Quickly on the push now, Michael Green. Green off the screen of Holman, kicks it back to him. Look inside, Yoli Childs. Childs fall away, Jay, way too strong. Rebound in the hands of Aarons. Aarons quickly ahead to Rigby. Rigby leaves it to Andrews. Andrews, pirouette, got caught. A lot of room given there by Leighton Parker. Traveling violation will go the other way. Back down the floor with the Bingham Miners. 2 minutes into the first quarter. Michael Green cross court to Leighton Parker. Back up top with Green. Up top with Newbold. Back to Green on the corner, pardon me. And he'll rotate back to the top. Green penetrate, leave it to Holman. Power dribble off the window. And Holman gets on the board. Timeout, Coach Wilson. 5:34 remaining in the first quarter. A quick 8-0 run for Bingham. Not the way that Coach Wilson wanted to come off the big win against Lone Peak and to open this game struggling offensively. They were able to score very well against the Knights just on Tuesday night. A little different animal going against Bingham. Of course, these two were former region rivals. Riverton split off of Bingham boundaries back in the mid-90s. Up the floor now with Rigby. Of course, these two met up in one of the most iconic high school championship games. Was Brett Somerville at the buzzer in 2006. Jaron Jones goes down the base and is fouled. Almost threw that down. Yoli Childs got to him. It'll be 2 free throws coming away at Jaron Jones.
In the foul number 22, Childs picks up his first. It's the first team foul. At the line, Jaron Jones shooting 2.
Jones knocks down the first. After hitting the first, Jones knocks down both. Gets Riverton on the board, 8-2. And there's a steal by Aarons. Aarons lays it up and in. The UVU baseball commit gets his first bucket. He was our nudge player of the game just Tuesday night against Lone Peak as he lit it up from the outside. Green kick out to Parker for 3. Leighton Parker can't get that one to go. Jared Holman with the board. Kicks back up top to Michael Green. They'll reset the offense. Green, give it up to Holman. Holman working on Jones. Holman loses the handle in the hands of Jeff Aarons. Aarons will push it. Give it up to Jones. Jones off the glass and in. 6-0 run from Riverton. 8-6 the lead for Bingham. Of course, that 2006 year, as they were region rivals, Bingham took all 3 games that year. Lob inside to Holman, swatted by Andrews. And I think the foul will be on Jaron Jones on the backside.
Jeff Aarons picks up his first.
Oh, that'd be on Aarons.
Miners team foul, or excuse me, Riverton team foul. Jared Holman at the line, shooting 2.
Holman knocks down the first. And that 2006 championship is the last state basketball championship that the Bingham Miners have taken. Rattled home. Down the floor with Rigby. Here's Aarons, has the ball slapped away by Parker. He retreats out to get it. Now to Jones. Jones terminates. Drop it in, Rodriguez. Rodriguez still hanging. Up top, Joey Andrews. Andrews finds Aarons running along the baseline, kicks out to Jones for three. Jaron Jones from downtown. And Jones now with 7 first quarter points. Cross court, Newbold pulls for three. And thought that one was going down. It would have been his second three of the quarter. Quick on the run now with Aarons. Give it up to Andrews. Andrews along the baseline. Hard to the hole, can't finish. Rebound taken by Newbold. Puts it in the hands of Green. Green down the right side, wrap it around the baseline to Parker. Parker drop it along the baseline to Childs. Childs up and under. Well, it was well too strong. Thought he was going to get a foul call. Nothing there, and we'll go the other way.
Checking in for the Miners, number 13, Kyle Garrick. And for the Silverwolves, number 12 is Spencer Anderson. Number 41, Chase Egan.
Kyle Gehrig now checks in for Coach Schroeder, his second year. They're coming up from Dixie State University. Off the screen, I'll try to put it inside. No kick ball on that. Ahead to Gehrig. Gehrig goes up and it crawls out. It crawls back down. I thought that ball was going to come out on Gehrig. And it's now a 3-point lead after the bucket. Down the floor, leave it to Jones on the trail. Jones here from the Bingham student section. Want him to pull the trigger. Jones backs out, terminates. He's looking inside, now give it up to Aarons. Aarons, nice crossover on Green. And now we're going to get Green. The part of that's Gehrig with the hold. A tough call on Gehrig. Inbound near side. Quick trigger in to Jones, out to Aarons. Side about three, hangs on. Give it up to Jones on the baseline. He sends out to Rigby. Rigby along the baseline, terminates. Swing around, Aarons for three. And that lips out. Rebound loose off of Newbold. Saved in by Anderson. Anderson in the corner. Will pull for three over Newbold. Won't go. Rigby can't corral it. And Holman comes away with the board. Ahead with Green. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. 3-point lead for the Miners. Michael Green drops it into Holman. Holman still hanging, gives up to Gehrig. Gehrig drop it in now to Yoli. Childs goes up with two hands and flushes it home. We have seen that a lot from Yoli Childs. With ease, just with a drop step, go up and hammer. Rodriguez with the flyby and scores.
Chase Egan for two.
Not a bad way for Childs to get on the board with the dunk. But a nice job, Rodriguez, coming back and getting the bucket. That's Chase Eggett. Try to save in along the baseline, nobody home, and we'll go the other way.
Joey Andrews back into the lineup now for the Silverwolves, along with number 24, Denver McGelly. Trace Jacobson in.
The first meeting earlier in the year, it was a Bingham romp, 56-32. This game should shape up much differently than that. Up top with Andrews. Andrews give it up to Aarons. Aarons inside the free throw line. Kick it outside. Eggert can't get it to go. And a rebound to Gehrig. Gehrig on the push. 45 seconds remaining in the quarter. Gehrig hard to the hole. Swatted away from behind by Aarons. Aarons now on the push. Aarons has been on both sides. Give it up to Anderson. Kick out and swing it around the top. Andrews will now walk it up top. 30 seconds remaining. And they're going to take the final shot of the quarter. 25 seconds now on the clock. Michael Green just going to oblige and sit back. Apply token pressure. As Nagel comes out. Kick up top. Aarons now in the corner. Egger, Anderson, back to Aarons with 10 seconds, 8 seconds. Back to Aarons, down to 5 seconds. Aarons working off the screen, splits the defenders. His shot will count. Anderson at the buzzer, and he can't get it to go. And at the end of one, it's Bingham 14 and Riverton 11. You are watching High School Rewind's coverage of the 2015 5A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament on live.ksl.com, DeseretNews.com, and anytime on Xfinity On Demand.
It includes service, selection, quality, and value. This is why dollar for dollar, tire for tire. Les Schwab is the tire store you can trust. Thank you, Les Schwab Tires. Get it back out here, Summer Wolves fans, Miners fans, as we get ready for this second quarter. It will be Riverton basketball.
Riverton will start the second quarter with possession. Trailing by 3. Jaron Jones back on the floor. Aaron's on the bench, getting a little bit of a rest. Outside of Owens. Anderson now to Jones. He leaves it to Andrews. Andrews will pull for 3 off the mark. Jones with the board, working on Yoli Childs, kicks it up top, Rodriguez. And Rodriguez will hand back to Rigby. And now Joey Owens. Rigby give it back to Owens. Drives the lane, lays it up, no. Rebound taken by Yoli Childs. On the push now, Michael Green. Green gives it to Childs. Nice move. Leighton Parker kicks back to Green. They'll reset the offense. Bingham nursing a 3-point lead. 3 on the way. Lips out and the rebound claimed by Rigby. Rigby on the run. Rigby gives it up to Anderson, who pulls for 3. And we're tied at 14.
Spencer Anderson for 3.
Anderson hits from range, and it's the second 3 for Riverton in the half. Both teams with 2 threes apiece. Green crossover. Terminates and hands off to Gehrig. Gehrig back to Green. Green will pull and off the mark. Rebound loose, taken on the run with Rigby. Rigby pushes. Cross court. Again, Anderson off the mark. Tipped up, no, and rebound claimed by Yoli Childs. Green will reverse out and hold up for a second. 6:10 now remaining in the second quarter. Leighton Parker up top with Gehrig for 3. Kyle Gehrig from downtown. Of course, Gehrig, the starting quarterback on the football team, state champion. Came back after that injured elbow. Andrews. And that ball off the mark, and we'll go the other way with Bingham after the turnover. Holman comes in for Green, and Aarons comes in for Andrews. Game 7 of 8 of day 1 of the 5A state tournament. Bob inside to Holman. Outside now with Jordan Matthews. Inside Yoli Childs. And they're going to get a foul on the floor against Rodriguez. And it'll be inbound along the baseline.
Foul number 44, Dakota Rodriguez, his first, second Seminoles team foul.
Parker into Matthews. Kicks up top to Yoli Childs. Now on the angle with Parker. Drop it back in. Holman. Matthews. Now Gehrig. Baseline J. Kyle Gehrig. now has 7 points in the half. 5-point lead for Bingham. Could get down the floor with Rigby. Rigby leaves it back for Jones. Hands back to Rigby. And a ball kicked out of bounds by Holman.
Riverton ball. Chase Eggett checks back in for Riverton along with number 24, Denver together.
Eggett comes back in the ball game for Coach Wilson as Jones gets another breather. Inside of 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Rigby going against the 1-3-1. It's a back. Rigby will pull for three. And Rigby drills the three-pointer. Stetson Rigby from downtown, 1917. Inside, Childs, kick up top. Long range two from Parker, crawls in.
It's a 2-point basket, Parker.
Quick on the floor now, Rigby. Rigby hard to the hole, scoop it off the glass, no. Rebound still loose. Oh, Rigby was out of bounds and came in and touched it. And it'll be Bingham ball. Bingham looking to build on their 4-point lead. Here's Gehrig. Now Parker. Parker off the screen to Holman. Holman loses his footing, floats it up, thought he'd get the foul call, no call. And we'll keep it here.
Josh Newbold in for the Miners and number 20, Joey Andrews, back in for the Silverwolves.
Inbound to Childs. Childs fall away, was trying to bait a call. Wisely no call. Newbold back up top, Yoli Childs. Childs, a crazy shot off the back of the iron. Another offensive board. Outside Gehrig again from downtown off the mark. And taken by Andrews. Andrews on the push. Andrews gets by Parker, but wave off the bucket. And he'll be inbound along the baseline.
Number 2, Parker picks up his first, team foul number 3. Back into the lineup for Riverton, number 32 is Jaron Jones, replacing Eggett.
And it comes out, Jones comes back in. Look to close the first half. Try to go inbound to Jones. It was tipped and taken by Parker. Parker ahead to Gehrig, and Gehrig will lay it up and in. Gehrig with 9 first half points. Outside Andrews, 6-point lead for Bingham. Largest lead of the game. Check that, second largest lead. It was an 8-0 start for the Miners. Now here's Jones. Working on the dribble, loses the handle. Drives back on top, and we got a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
Possession arrow belongs to the Miners.
Miner basketball.
Up the floor now, Leighton Parker. Give it up to Newbold, Holman. Now up top, Gehrig again will pull for three, and that one's off the mark. And a rebound taken by Rigby. Rigby ahead to Andrews. Andrews will pull up. Can't get it to go. Rebound taken by Parker. Parker now will race down the floor. Parker inside out. Newbold for three. And Newbold has his second of the half. He had the first points of the game, now knocks down that triple, and it's a 9-point lead. Now the largest lead of the game for Bingham, 26-17. Here's Rigby. Give it up Andrews. Andrews going up against Childs. Kicks it out. Cross court to Jones. Up top, Rigby. Now Andrews. Andrews will pull for three. Leaves it short. And a rebound taken by Parker. 2:15 on the rolling clock in the second quarter. Parker down the lane. Scoop it up. No. Rebound taken by Holman. Holman has it stripped. Now on the run with Jaron Jones. Jones going at Yoli Childs. Jones around him is swatted away by Childs and will stay here with Riverton.
Silverwolves basketball. Mike Green checks back in for the Miners and will replace Gehrig in the lineup. Also checking in for the Miners, number 11, Landon Waldeck. For the the Silver Wolves, number 44, Dakota Rodriguez back in.
Quickly into Jones. Need a bucket on this possession if you're Riverton. Rigby drives inside out in the corner. Jeff Ahrens for three. And Ahrens knocks down the triple. He has 5 points and none bigger than that three right there to give Riverton a little shot in the arm. 26-20. Green working on Rigby. Off the screen, up top, Newbold. In the corner, Walbeck for three. And Walbeck comes off the bench and buries a triple. Landon Walbeck from downtown is back up to 9. Jones on the trail. Terminates. Give it up to Rigby. Rigby now Ahrens. Here's Jones. Back to Rigby. Cross court, Jeff Ahrens, who just hit that three-pointer. And now Rodriguez. Rigby terminates out to Andrews inside of a minute. Down to 55 seconds. Andrews driving at Walbeck and get him with the travel. Turnover, and we'll go with the Miners.
There's some young blood.
29-20, Bingham leads. 45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Green will hold up top down to 40. Kicks back to Walbeck, who hit that big three to push it back up to 9. Walbeck will hand off to Green. Now down to 30. Green, nice crossover on Rigby. Hard to the hole, scoop it up, and he's fouled. And a foul will be on Rigby. That's his first and the team's fourth. Very clean first half. 14 fouls on Riverton, 3 on Bingham.
His first personal, third team foul.
Green hit the first and the second. 11-point lead. You gotta imagine Riverton needs points on this possession. 31-20. Down to 15 seconds. Up top now, Rigby. Down to 10. Rigby, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Down to 5. Rodriguez. And Rodriguez fouled by Walbeck, had plenty of fouls to give. It's number 4 on the Miners. They'll be inbound, near side.
His first team foul, number 4.
Jones to trigger. Gets it in to Rigby. Rigby will pull for 3. And front iron, and kicks off. Tough shot to end the half, but at the end of the half, it's Miners closing out strong on a 5-0 run. And at the end of 2 quarters, it's Bingham 31, Riverton 20. You are watching High School Rewind's coverage of the 2015 5A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament on live.ksl.com, DeseretNews.com, and anytime on Xfinity On Demand. We're going to step aside, and we'll be right back.
It will be Riverton basketball to start this second half.
Start of the second half, we'll start with Riverton trailing by 11 points. And the Silver Wolves need a run in the worst way to get started here in the third quarter. Outside with Andrews. Andrews works off a screen, Rodriguez. Now Rigby. Rigby terminates, kicks out to Jaron Jones. Jones now hands to Ahrens. Ahrens now along the baseline with Jones, working on Yoli Childs. Kicks up top to Andrews. Andrews makes his way down the lane, can't finish over the top of Newbold. Rebound, Yoli Childs on the push now with Michael Green. Green transition 3, back rimmed. And the rebound tracked down by Rodriguez. Outside Andrews. Hands off to Aarons. Now to Jones, who pulls for three. Banked in. Doesn't matter how it comes, Ace needed it. Three-pointer from Jaron Jones. And it's now 31-23. Jones now at 10. Childs kicks over to Newbold. Newbold down the lane. Yeah, he's standing there waiting for it. Jaron Jones stood and waited for Newbold to come down the lane and took the bump. It'll be Riverton ball.
32. Josh Newbold, his first Miners team foul in the second half.
Down the floor now with Rigby and the Silverwolves, trailing by 8. Outside Aarons, back up top to Rigby. Rigby back to Aarons, pulls for three. That was on line. It looked like it hit the back of the rim. Off the buckle, now on the run with Michael Green. Give it up to Yoli Childs. He'll pull for three. And he can't get it to go. Now saved in to Rigby. It's impressive that Bingham has this lead with Yoli Childs only with 2 points in this ball game. Jones now on the angle with Andrews. Now Aarons. Aarons will float it up. No. Thought Childs was going to come contest the shot. He didn't. He forced it. And back down the floor with Bingham. Down the baseline with Newbold. He'll jump it up and score it. Newbold now with 8 points. Quickie down the floor. Rodriguez and one. The foul will go on Jared Holman. And Rodriguez will go to line for the three-point play.
Jared Holman, that is his second minor team foul. Checking in for Bingham, number 13, Kyle Garrett. Rodriguez with the basket. One coming at the line.
And the +1 Rodriguez off the mark. Gehrig with the board. Now on the run out. And Parker picks up the loose ball. Hounded by Rigby. Up top, Holman. Holman will jump it from the free throw line, and it goes in and out. Rebound taken by Childs. Childs will go up with one hand and flush it home. The second dunk of the game for Yoli Childs. He only has 4 points. They're off at 2 dunks. Leads it back to Jaron Jones. 10-point lead for Bingham, 35-25. 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Outside Andrews, give it up to Aarons. Aarons thought about three, hangs on, kicks out to Jones. Jones working along the baseline, he terminates. Up top, Rigby, over to Aarons. Aarons reverses out, and again, moving around. Here's Andrews. Now Aarons, he's got Childs. That's a little bit of a mismatch. Take him to the hole. Andrews off the curl, goes to the rack, can't finish. The rebound pulled down by Holman. We're gonna have a foul on Rodriguez, and that'll be the first team foul of the second half.
Rodriguez, his second. First team foul of the half.
I want to remind you to follow us on Twitter at HS Rewind. We'll be tweeting out our top 5 plays from day one, and we'll do it every day throughout the state tournament. Here's Yoli Childs, power dribble, goes up blocked by Rodriguez, and a jump ball. Dual possession belongs to Bingham. I know Childs a little frustrated. I don't know where he thinks the call would be. Rodriguez roofed him on that one. Lob in Green to Yoli Childs. Power dribble, goes up and stuck by the rim, gets his own rebound. Childs trying to create more room, reverses and scores. That's more impressive than the one-handed flush anyway. Childs goes to the line looking for the three-point play.
Joey Andrews, his first, team foul number 2.
Nice adjustment by Yoli Childs. A little bit more style points than that one-handed flush. And he buries the free throw. 7 points for Childs. And it's a 13-point Bingham lead. Jaron Jones, hands off Rigby. Back to Jones on the angle. Straight away, Aarons now over to Andrews. In the corner to Rigby, drop it in Rodriguez. Has the ball poked away off of Rodriguez's shoulder, and the ball is bouncing the way of the Bingham Miners.
Riverton substitution, Spencer Anderson now checks in. Replacing Joey Andrews.
Down the floor with Leighton Parker. Parker down the lane, kicks into the corner to Gehrig. Had an outstanding first half. And we're going to get a foul on Anderson. He'll be inbound along the baseline.
Spencer Anderson picks up his first. 13th foul.
Childs inbounds to Newbold. Drop it inside, Yoeli Childs. Childs working on Rodriguez. Childs thought he'd get the foul call, didn't. Ball's loose, and we're going to get a loose ball foul. They'll go against Bingham. The foul goes against Newbold.
Josh Newbold picks up his second, 13th foul.
Second personal foul on Newbold. Third on Bingham in the half. 3:50 remaining in the third quarter. Riverton again, they got to make a move. Aarons kicks out Anderson. Thought about it, gives up to Jones. Jones will pull for three off the mark. Rebound to Anderson. Jackknifes it up and it crawls out. Rebound taken by Green. Quickly on the push. Green send out Gehrig for three. That lips out. Rebound taken by Newbold. Goes back up and in. All 10 points of Josh Newbold have been at critical moments. As it's now a 12-point lead as Jones goes down the boulevard, lays it up in. Timeout taken by Coach Skylar Wilson with 3:16 remaining in the third quarter. Timeout Riverton.
Check out the Deseret News for the best.
I want to remind you at the end of the game, we're going to select our Nudge Player of the Game. With over 500 employees, Nudge one of the fastest growing companies in Utah Valley. To learn more about Nudge and their community outreach programs, go to www.nudge.com. You can also click on the blog button. There, go through and read about each and every one of our players of the game, both basketball and football. We'll step aside and we'll be right back. You're watching High School Rewind's coverage of the 2015 5A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament.
Bingham basketball following that timeout.
.315 in a 13-point lead for the Miners. Up the floor. Pressure being put on by Riverton. Try to speed up the Miner offense. Here's Green. Step back, kicks out. Now drop it inside to Yoeli Childs. Childs powering his way across the key. Jump hook won't go. Rebound. And we got a foul, and that'll go against Newbold, and that'll be number 3, I believe.
Bingham foul called on Jordan Matthews. That's his first.
Check that on Jordan Matthews.
Miners team foul.
That's the 14th foul on the Bingham Miners. We had 8 total fouls, I believe, if I remember off the top of my head. Maybe 9 in the first half. We have 7 in the third quarter. Jaron Jones now gets it in to Eggett. And a ball picked off by Green. Green going the other way. Rigby right in his hip pocket. And they're going to get a foul. How he got that foul on Rigby, I'm not sure. But Green gets the bump and bucket. And he'll go to the line looking for the three-point play.
Rigby will pick up his second personal, 4th team foul. Green with the basket, 1 coming at the line. Joey Andrews checks back in.
Green knocks down the +1 free throw.
Number 24, Denver DeGelli. Replacing Aaron.
.16-point lead for the Bingham Miners. Tough sledding for Riverton, coming off that big emotional win against Lone Peak. Jones kicks out to Aarons. Aarons. Now lob over the top. Andrews off the glass and in. Nice take and finish by Andrews and a beautiful find
2 minutes in the
by
quarter, 2 minutes.
Nagelli. First points for Andrews. In the corner, Gehrig down the baseline. Give it up to Newbold. Can't finish, and the rebound is still loose and now claimed by Ahrens. Knocked out of bounds. No, Ahrens picked it up along the baseline. Quickly ahead now to Anderson. Here come the Silverwolves. Andrews left alone for 3. 5 points in a row for Andrews and a much-needed boost. Down to 11, 43-32. 1:20 remaining in the third quarter. Matthews. Yoli Childs along the baseline, working on Anderson. Cross to Green, pump fake, 3 on the way, no. And Childs with the board, give it up. Matthews can't get the first attempt. A little stat stuffer, gets his own board, puts it back up and in. Nagelli hands off to Andrews. Hits Ahrens on the curl, and Ahrens knocks down a little short-range J. Timeout, Coach Wilson. 44.3 seconds remaining in the third. Bingham 45, Riverton 34.
Leighton Parker will check back into the lineup for the Miners following the timeout.
I remind you to follow us on Twitter at HS Rewind for tournament updates and for our top 5 plays. We'll be tweeting them out every night. We have 8 games today in the 5A tournament, 8 games tomorrow in the 4A tournament. And then as we go through the quarterfinals and the semifinals, it'll be 4 games a day to the championship day where we only have 2.
Miners ball following the timeout.
Gehrig inbounds to Holman. Full court pressure being put on by the Silverwolves. 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. Parker cross court to Gehrig. Gehrig drive the base. Kick into the corner to Parker. 30 seconds remaining. And now that's Parker. Kick up to Yoli Childs. Thought about 3, hangs on, kicks out to Parker. Baseline, Gehrig. Reverse it, no. Tipped up by Childs, can't get it. Ball still loose, claimed by Anderson. And Anderson leaves it behind. And it's out of bounds, but Yoli Childs on the ground, writhing in pain. Not a good sight if you're a Miner fan, but if you're just a basketball fan, hope it's nothing serious. Come out to check his ankle. And we'll take a break. 14.7 remaining in the third. 45-34, Bingham.
On the other side of that official timeout, we will get a timeout called full time. RPT provides sports medicine and physical therapy care from Little League to professional athletes. RPT provides sports medicine services for 8 of our local high schools. And they are the official sports medicine sponsor of the Utah High School Activities Association. Remember, visit rptonline.com. Thank you, RPT.
Yoli Child still being attended to on the far side.
Comes back into the Miners lineup.
And he's still checking out his ankle. He did walk off the floor. We'll see how that affects the rest of this game, as that is the big advantage for Bingham in this state tournament, especially as you go up against Lone Peaks and others. Down to 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds remaining in the quarter. Cross court. Three, but that is partially blocked by Aarons. 1 second, and that's how the third quarter will end. The Bingham Miners lead 45-34 over Riverton. We'll have to see if Yoli Childs comes back on the floor in the fourth quarter. We head to the fourth and final frame. You are watching High School Rewind's coverage of the 2015 5A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament on live.ksl.com, DeseretNews.com, and anytime on Xfinity On Demand.
2:30 tip-off in the quarterfinals, and they will play the winner of our final game here this evening between Layton and Hillcrest. Layton Hillcrest coming up at 9:10. One of these ball clubs just 8 minutes away from a berth into the quarterfinals. So who will it be? The Riverton Silverwolves or the Bingham Miners? Silverwolves basketball.
Start of the fourth quarter, and no Yoli Childs on the floor for the Miners. Childs not even on the bench, getting attended to in the back. Andrews up top with Rigby. Last time we saw Yoli Childs not play a full quarter was against Alta, and Jared Holman stepped up and did the work around the rim for the Miners, and a big win that night against the Hawks. Outside, Aarons for three, and Jeff Aarons opens up the fourth quarter with a big three. His second of the ball game, and much needed. 10 points now for Aarons. 45-37, up top with Gehrig. Now Parker. Parker working on the dribble, down the lane, around Aarons, off the glass, too strong. Holman with the board, now a foul. Let's believe that will go on Aarons. We'll see who it's on. I don't know how you call that on Jones. That was clean on Jones's end. That probably should have been on Aarons, but either way, it's the first foul for Jaron Jones. 2 free throws for Holman.
Substitution number 15, Mike Green. Replaces Matthew.
Mike Green comes in for Matthews as Holman hits both free throws. Might have the longest wingspan in the state of Utah. Some of the longest arms I've ever seen from a high school kid. Inbound to Rigby. Riverton trailing by 10. Here's Aarons. Now Jones. Jones working on the dribble. Past Holman and one. Nice take and finish by Jaron Jones. And Jones will go to line looking for the three-point play.
Jaron Holman picks up his
second personal foul on Jared Holman. And the 15th foul on Bingham. Jones looking for his 15th point. And completes the three-point play. 47-40. I think we see a different Riverton team without Yoli Childs patrolling the middle of the paint. Here's Green. Green outside to Parker. Parker will jump it from the free throw line, falling away. No, rebound still loose. Yoli Childs has now come out of the back as Jones grabs the board and looks to be okay. Down the floor with Rigby. Rigby up top, Jones. Pirouette down the lane, over the top of Holman, and it rolls off. Holman with the board. Childs is set to check in at the next dead ball. On the push, Green, cross-court, Gierig. Gierig lines up a three. Back rimmed, rebound, Jared Holman stripped away by Ahrens. Almost though Ahrens expected to see a foul call. Holman dives on it. Timeout taken by Coach Schroeder. 6:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. And just a 30-second timeout. Bingham leading by 7.
You can download the Utah High School Activities Association mobile app.
I want to remind you, you can rewatch this game anytime you'd like. In its full broadcast on the Watch It channel on YouTube, or in condensed version anytime on Xfinity On Demand. We'll take out all the talking in between. First free throws, anything we can to trim the game down. Game time runs between 40 and 55 minutes. To find the games, go to On Demand, Utah On Demand, sports, high school sports, and then basketball. High School Rewind, we cover 16 games a month. And you can go through the regions and see all the games we've covered throughout the basketball season. Parker triggers into Holman. Holman lobs in to Yoli Childs. Childs back on the floor. That ball, it has a straight jump up. Or jump ball, pardon me. Jaron Jones right on top of it. Possession arrow does belong to Bingham. Imagine Yoli Childs wanting to prove a point as soon as he can that he's okay. Hand off to Green. Green up top, Parker. Parker to make it double-digit game again, no. Tipped up, Yoli Childs still battling for the board, has it. It's 1-on-3, Childs goes right at Jones. Jones waited for him, and a charge on Yoli Childs. That's his second personal foul, and it is foul number 6 on the Miners. Down the floor with Rigby. Outside, Ahrens pulls for 3. Off the mark, and a rebound tracked down by Gierig. Gierig on the push. Give it up to Green. Green back up top, Gierig. Yoli Childs hanging out up top as well. And now a foul on Rigby. That'll be the 16th foul on Riverton. Will be in bonus free throws, the remainder of the fourth quarter.
Team foul number 6.
Here's Green on the angle now with Holman. Holman hanging, gives it up top to Gierig. Gierig over to Childs, drop it into Holman. Got away from Anderson, and Holman lays it up and in. Only his second field goal. Holman out with 8 points. Jones drives the base, reverses and scores. Anytime Jones gets Yoli Childs, he doesn't have to test that ankle and go right at him just like he did there. 7-point game, 49-42. Jones now with 17. Drop it inside to Yoli Childs. Childs over the top of Jones. That's out of bounds off of Holman, and we'll go the other way with Riverton. Down the floor now with the Silverwolves looking to cut deeper into this deficit. 4:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Come off the screen to Jones. Jones for 3. And it goes in and out. Rebound still loose, picked up by Gierig. Gierig on the push. Give it up to Green. Green hands back to Gierig. But he got away with a couple of travels there as Gierig drives the baseline and lays it up and in. And now a foul against Bingham. That'll be 1-on-1 free throws for Jeff Ahrens. Gierig took, first of all, he pirouetted out. It was a travel. And then he traveled before he handed the ball off, or pardon me, Green rather, handed it off to Gierig. And then Gierig goes and scores. Ahrens at the line for 1-on-1. Knocks down the first. Mentioned earlier that Ahrens is committed to play baseball at UVU for Coach Eric Madsen and the Wolverines. Knocks down both free throws. traps on. Here's Parker into the corner to Gehrig. 51-44. Been 7 a couple times now here in the fourth quarter. Down to 3:55. Green nearly stolen by Aarons. Green inside out Parker. And Parker will drew it back to the top. Aarons. Ball hawking. Parker to the hole. Can't finish. Tipped up by Holman. Taken by Anderson ahead to Rigby. Riverton's got numbers. Give it up to Jones. Jones down the alley. Lays it up and in. Jones now with 19 points. And it's 51-46. Inbound to Parker. 3.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Parker kicks out to Green. Newbold set to check in for the next dead ball. Now Holman, high-low to Childs, out to Green. Thought about 3 and hung on. Drop it inside to Yoli Childs. He goes hook around Jones. We had a foul on the floor. And that'll be Jones' second personal foul. And 1-on-1 free throws for Yoli Childs.
In the penalty, free throws coming. Childs at the line to shoot 1 plus the penalty. Edwin Gelly now checking into the Riverton lineup, replacing Spencer Anderson. 1 plus 1.
Childs at the line. Front end, he got it. Childs garner a lot of attention during the summer. Imagine offers will start coming in fast and furious. Hit the first free throw. And back rims the second rebound. Tracked down by Jaron Jones. 52-46, 3:10 on a rolling clock in the fourth quarter. Jones outside to Andrews. Andrews off the screen to Jelly. Hard to the hole. Andrews swatted away by Childs off of Andrews. And will go the other way with the Miners.
Bingham basketball.
Quickly down the floor now, Gehrig. Gehrig down the alley. And remember, a foul before the contact. That's on Jeff Aarons. Got on the reach, nothing on the block charge.
Kyle Gehrig at the line, shooting 2.
Gehrig at the line. 2 free throws. Front rims the first.
Back into the Riverton lineup now, number 12, Spencer Anderson. Replacing Gelly.
Gehrig had a strong burst in the first half. Since then, it's gone cold. Missed the first free throw and has one more. Back rims his second, missed them both. Holman with the board, now lost the handle going up, and will go the other way with Riverton. Golden opportunity to get up by 8 points, and Holman had that one slip through his fingers. Anderson, inbound in to Andrews. Riverton needs big buckets down the stretch. 2:45 remaining in the fourth quarter, it's crunch time. Andrews, near side Aarons. Up top with Rigby. Back to Aarons. Aarons for 3. Back rim. And a rebound claimed by Yoli Childs. And Bingham now is going to try to eat up the clock with the 6-point lead. And they don't have to put the ball in the air. Green goes to Gehrig. Gehrig along the baseline. Gehrig adjusts his shot and somehow got that one to fall. And that could be the clinching bucket right there from Kyle Gehrig. Kick back to Anderson, outside to Aarons. Aarons will drive the lane, lays it up and in. Nice take and finish. Timeout, Coach Wilson. 2:03 remaining in the fourth quarter. 54-48, Bingham leads Riverton. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching the 2015 5A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament presented by High School Rewind on live.ksl.com, at DeseretNews.com, and anytime on Xfinity On Demand.
Wednesday, here at the event center to take on the winner of our final game of the evening. Already into the quarterfinals from 5A, Pleasant Grove and Davis, Hunter and Brighton, Yuma and Lone Peak. Waiting the winners of our final 2 ball games. more time. Let's get it out here. Silver Wolves fans, Miners fans. Bingham basketball.
.203 remaining in the fourth quarter. Full court pressure on from Riverton, trying to force some turnovers. Green's going to break it on the press on the dribble. 1:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. And it's going to have to be missed free throws to keep the door open. Got one-on-one chances, 2 of them left. Newbold along the baseline. And timeout taken by Coach Schroeder. With 1:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. Still waiting for the signal. It'll be a 30-second timeout. What it might at the conclusion of the game, we're going to select our nudge player of the game. If you want to have input on that selection, hit us up on Twitter at HS Rewind on Twitter. Let us know who you think should be the nudge player of the game. Also want to remind you, we're going to be tweeting out our top 5 plays of the day. So as you're following us at HS Rewind, we look forward to seeing our top 5 plays. You can go through our tweeting history and go through and see our top 5 plays from weeks past. You can see some Frank Jackson dunks. We cover 16 games a month, so about 4 games a week. You get a lot of big plays from the state of Utah. Michael Green will trigger in. Gets it into Holman. And that's a quick whistle on the foul. The ball is in his chest. There'll be one-on-one free throws for Holman.
Number 24, Edmund DeGoey. That is his first 9th team foul. So at the line, Jared Holman to shoot 1 and 1.
Holman spun toward the middle. Look at the ball is in his chest, but either way, it'll be Holman at the line, 1-on-1. Front end of 1-on-1 for Holman. And got it. Been outstanding from the line tonight. That's 5 of 5. Holman made the front end. And makes them both. 8-point game. Riverton's going to need 3s and stops. Well, missed free throws. Jones hard to the hole. And Jones. Childs is lucky that wasn't a +1. He wanted to charge. He's lucky that wasn't a +1, as Jones had done everything he could to get around him. 6-point ball game, 56-50. Parker kicks out to Holman. He wanted to pull for 3 and thought wiser of it. Here's Michael Green, and now a foul on Rigby. That'll be the 4th personal foul on Rigby. He'll put Green at the line to shoot 2.
Rigby, his 4th personal, 10th team foul. So in the double bonus the rest of the way. 2 free throws. Mike Green at the line for the Miners.
And Green missed the first. Green left the door open with a missed free throw. 1 more. And hits the second.
And a timeout. Full time called here by Bingham.
Full timeout taken by Coach Schroeder. We're going to take it with him. 1:19 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bingham 57, Riverton 50.
Seminoles basketball.
Riverton ball, full court pressure coming on from Bingham. Just need a couple. Just need one stop if you're the Bingham Miners. Into Jeff Ahrens. Ahrens quickly up the floor. Ahrens transition three, blocked by Yoli Childs in the hands of Holman. Holman still looking to get it out, does to Green. And now a foul from Jones. That'll be his third personal. And the Bingham Miners looking to ice this thing away with Michael Green at the line with 1:09 remaining.
Sharon Jones picks up his third personal. And with a double bonus, we'll go back to shoot 2 free throws. Mike Green at the line.
And Green, and he didn't make it easy. Goes around the bowl and falls down. Got the first. And now the second 9-point game. 3 possessions. That's hit threes, 3 consecutive possessions, and 6 missed free throws to make this happen. As Ahrens will bring it up the floor. Hand off to Rigby. 1 minute remaining. Trying to get Andrews loose. Now they get Ahrens loose. Ahrens on the baseline. The Jelly will jump it and score it. Timeout, Coach Wilson.
With the basket and a quick timeout. Riverton will take their last timeout.
Final timeout for Riverton. And it is a full timeout. Want to remind you that we'll have every single 4A and 5A state tournament game right here on live.ksl.com and at DeseretNews.com. Also, you see abbreviated versions of every game on anytime on Xfinity on demand through High School Rewind. Hope you're enjoying the stream and the coverage. Those of you unable to make the trip up to Ogden from wherever you may be watching us. An interesting first day. This is game 7 of 8. Got one more, the nightcap. That's who the winner will get the winner of is Layton and Hillcrest. We'll play the winner of this game. Look right now sitting on Bingham. And that game will take place on Wednesday. One close game today. Rest of them in pretty distanced games besides this one. Only one single-digit game, and that was a come from behind win from Hunter. They were trailing by double digits with just over 6 minutes remaining, came back to win. Parker to inbound, gets it in Yoli Childs. Back to Parker. Again, you'll have to quickly foul. Now they do. Here's Holman as they break the press. Holman reverses out, and now the foul. And it'll put Jared Holman at the line, and he has been outstanding this evening. But by count, Holman is 6 of 6 from the free throw line tonight. He has 10 points. And his first. Back to an 8-point game. Got the first, and now rolls in the second, back to a 9-point game. 12 points for Jared Holman. Quickly ahead for Andrews, who pulls for 3, and it goes in. Kissed the front of the rim. And now they got to get the defensive set, and now as Parker dribbles down the sideline and is finally fouled. That's a 6-point ball game. They'll put Parker at the line to shoot 2. First free throws of the night for Leighton Parker.
Parker at the line to shoot 2.
And Parker missed the first. Leaves the door open here. Riverton need a miss, need a rebound. And he gets the second.
Checking in from Bingham now, number 32, Josh Newbo.
Into Rigby, 35 seconds, trailing by 7 after splitting the free throws. Andrews, cross court to Ahrens. Ahrens takes it, and Ahrens drills it. Still not out of the woods. 4-point lead. Get it into Gehrig. Thought Jelly was going to handle that. It'll be Gehrig at the line to shoot 2.
Quick Riverton foul. Denver Gehrig picks up his third.
Gehrig missed his only free throw of the night. Actually missed both of them. Check that. So Gehrig at the line with 20 and a half remaining. And rims out the first. Big miss by Gehrig. Gehrig missed the first free throw and has one more. And the second is good, as Parker will come back in for Newbold.
Parker checks back in for Newbold.
Quickly into Andrews. 19 seconds, down to 18. Andrews out to Ahrens. Ahrens crossover. 3 on the way. Off the mark and a rebound to Michael Green. And Green will go to the line for 2 free throws. Looking to ice this game away with a 5-point lead. That shot from Ahrens looked like it was on the mark and just a little bit short.
And Bernigelli picks up his 4th. Mike Green back at the line for 2.
And Green hits the first. Green knocked down the first free throw and hits the second. 7-point game, 65-58. And the Miners are going to move on to the second round. Look at the winner of Layton and Hillcrest. As after the steal, the clock will run out as the Bingham Miners getting a big win over Riverton. Great effort from Riverton to come back in this one. Got it down to single digits, had chances, and just could not seal the deal to make the comeback complete. And Bingham will move on to the second round. Look at the winner of Layton and Hillcrest.
Center in the quarterfinals against the winner of our final game of the evening, Layton Hillcrest. Layton and Hillcrest coming up at 9:10.
And welcome back to the Event Center. Again, our final score, the Bingham Miners 65 and the Riverton Silverwolves 58. And a tough loss for Riverton, but a nice win for Bingham as they move on to the second round, get the winner of Layton and Hillcrest. And this game was really an interesting ball game as Bingham had the lead most of the game, hitting big shots. Riverton, their offense was sputtering to get started, but when Yoli Childs went out of the game, Riverton made a big run led by Jaron Jones and Jeff Aaron sitting from the outside, but Jones really got things going on. Had now standing game about over 20 points as the leading scorer in the ball game tonight. And what could have been our nudge player of the game, thought about it, but our nudge player of the game is going to go to Jared Holman. Last 2 times we've seen Bingham, he's made all the big plays for the Miners down the stretch. He had big free throws. He only had 2 field goals, but it's what he did defensively on the boards and had big free throws down the stretch. It gets him our nudge player of the game. Moving forward, it'll be interesting to see how Yoli Childs feels in 2 days. He really is the ultimate weapon for Bingham in this state tournament, with most teams having really not any big men that can handle him. And so it'll be very interesting to see what happens with his ankle and how he feels going throughout this tournament. But was a scare for a moment. Glad to see him come back and play very, very well, and to see him still explosive down the stretch of this ball game. A couple of thoughts about Riverton. This is a team, notice Coach Skylar Wilson did an outstanding job getting to the state tournament, had the big win on Tuesday, had so many things to be proud of, and in this game they battled back. They were down double digits and battled back, got down to within 6, but just could not make the plays to seal the deal and to keep putting pressure on Bingham. And Jaron Jones, Jeff Ahrens had terrific years, Joey Andrews, and others, the seniors who will be leaving. They've done an outstanding job and continue to move forward with this Riverton program that has such a proud tradition under Coach Steve Galley and under Coach Skylar Wilson. But for the Bingham Miners, moving on to the second round, Coach Schroeder, this is what he wanted. Got to the quarters last year. They almost got the job done against Lone Peak. See if they can bust through on Wednesdays. They'll get the winner, Layton and Hillcrest. Again, our final score, Bingham 65, Riverton 58. Our Nudge player of the game goes to Jared Holman. With over 500 employees, Nudge, one of the fastest growing companies in Utah Valley. To learn more about Nudge and their community outreach programs, go to www.nudge.com. Again, we want to thank you all for joining us. And for Vince Francis, Thompson Coles, I'm Dusty Lister, saying so long from the D Event Center, and hope you'll continue to watch our coverage of the 2015 5A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament on live.ksl.com and DeseretNews.com, and anytime on Xfinity On Demand.